steakhouse, dry-aged meat is all the rage, right? I mean, everyone's into it. It's delicious. It takes months to age. And if you go to a steakhouse, it's $50+ for that steak. But I'm going to show you.
For one piece of steak, that's just the steak.
Just for the steak.
This trick is so clever.
I love it. So we're going to get the flavor of dried steak. When people eat dried steak, they say, oh, it's got this funk to it. It smells like old red wine or blue cheese. So why not wrap the steak itself in some blue cheese? So what we're going to do...
Give me a high five!
Yeah, right.
And this cut of steak?
Yeah.
This cut of steak?
Yes.
How much money was this?
Wow, not expensive. This is flat iron. So, I mean, it's not a ribeye or a strip or a fillet, so it's not expensive. So this could be, it could be skirt steak or it could be a flank steak, but this is flat iron. It's from the chuck. But flat iron sounds expensive,
delicious,
doesn't it?
And for two people, under 15 bucks.
Under
so
15.
from 50 to 15.
All right. So, you know, we don't have to age it in a cave, obviously. We're going to just wrap it overnight. So I have some cheesecloth here, and we're going to wrap up our steak. And then it's pretty simple. We're going to take some blue cheese, and this could be any blue cheese. It doesn't have to be expensive
Doesn't have to
blue
be
cheese.
super expensive.
And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to really just kind of coat it in all of this blue cheese, right?
Beautiful.
We're going to coat it, and you kind of get the picture there. And then real simple, we just tie it up.
Tie it off.
So simple to do. We let this sit overnight. If you got an extra day, it could sit for 2 days. And what we have...
What do you guys do for a date night, you and your beautiful wife? Because for you, you've got your own restaurants. You cook all the time. What's a date night for you?
I can tell you what we don't do is go to my own restaurants because it's like going to work for your date night, so it doesn't work out. I'm always thinking about the food. But we have 2 little girls, so kind of anything without the kids.
Right.
Like some quiet time is pretty good, but I love like just jumping on an airplane, going snowboarding or something like that, which is a pretty nice date, I think.
And you know, people forget on date night, you don't have to have a babysitter and stay in. You can stay in and make dinner, because believe me, there's nothing sexier than somebody who cooks for dinner. You're always going to be dessert, even if you burn dinner. It's going to work out much better.
This is true.
You can hire babysitters to take your children, or like I do, my dog, out of your house. They can take them on excursions, and you can have date night and stay in.
That is a great idea.
In your own house.
Thank you so much. That is an inspiring idea that I'm going to have to do.
Anything I can do for you, Top Chef.
All right, so here's what we have. This is the steak that sat overnight.
Look at this, guys. Look at that. Look at that. How all that flavor is permeated right into the meat. And look, you just cut away that cheesecloth.
Cut away the cheesecloth, and then we're just going to really simply unwrap this meat. All right, and you can just smell like the funk. Now the beef has sort of married in there.
Oh my God, it's gonna all taste like blue cheese.
And then you can take that blue cheese, you can make a sauce out of it. And what's left is this piece of meat that's just sort of been aged, right? And it's got that funk to it. Here's a piece over here.
That's all set to go in the pan.
I'm gonna start cooking that.
Okay.
So you grab that towel real quick.
Sure, babe.
So hot pan, and you can kind of see like aged meat has that sort of dry, like almost, it's not blood red, but it's got this maroon sort of thing going on.
Right.
And you can see that that looks like it's been aged, but it's really only been aged overnight. So
it's already got
we're gonna
so much
season
flavor,
this.
you can really smell it.
Just a little salt and pepper. That's all you need for good food, right? You don't need a ton of spices.
Less is more.
Salt and pepper.
Delicious.
Really, really hot pan. We're going to throw that in there. That's the sound you want to hear. And then I'm going to do what happens. And you can do this at home, but this is what happens in that fancy restaurant is I'm going to baste this meat. I'm going to throw in a little bit of whole butter in there. I'm going to throw in a couple of garlic cloves and a couple of thyme. And this is going to spit a little bit right here. It's going to pop.
Yum.
And then I'm going to flip this meat and I'm going to baste it. And this is what's happening when you spend $65, $70 in a steakhouse. This is what's happening. All right, they're taking care of that meat.
Look at that color.
Look how brown that is.
Look how crispy.
And then real simple, I'm just going to take some of those that butter and just really just sort of baste that meat. All right, so there we go. So I think this steak's pretty thin. I think
He's beautiful.
We could eat this mid-rare or rare. So I'm going to let it just finish up here for maybe 1 more second, and then we're going to let it rest.
Yeah. Crank it down if you want.
There we go. We'll turn it down.
Good.
And let's see. Well, yeah, I think it's good to go. How do you like your steak?
I think it's beautiful. Rare.
Yeah. All right, rare is good. We'll bring it over here. We'll let it rest. Get some of those herbs and that garlic right on top of that steak.
Oh my God, that smells amazing.
And that's a big tip is you want that meat to rest, right? So all those juices are inside of the meat. They're going to stay in there.